What's going on, man? What is going on? Let me got to bring the man on here in just a minute, man. All I can tell y'all is very excited, very excited, very excited about this evening and about the conclusion of the River City Super Bowl. Busy day, so please forgive me. I did say I was gonna come on, man. Very tired, but busy day, busy day. This episode of River City Youth Football and Cheer podcast is certainly dedicated to Primetime AJ, young man that's on the 12U LSA Chargers who played a dynamite game and left with an injury, torn muscle. And I don't want to speak too much in it because I don't know all the particulars, but I do know when he went down, we was on the field. Everybody surrounded him. Prayers were solicited, and the fact that the young man was even in the point of agony and pain, and but then he was all right. Tough, tough, tough young man. So I just want him to know that we are certainly dedicated the night's podcast to him and his efforts in getting well. Our prayers are certainly with him and his mom and his dad, which is me and his dad went to school back in the day. Itchy bond all day long. So we definitely want to make sure that we do not overlook anybody. And we want to make sure we give these shout outs where they so deserve. We had some of the most fun, loving, fun filled appreciation from coaches, man, that received the accolades of the trophies that was earned, not given. Um, the head coach from the Swampville Gators, Coach Craig Thomas, who speech should have moved anybody that was standing around to be able to hear him speak to his kids on believing even when nobody believed in you. I thought that was amazing. It was outstanding. The kids was so happy. And then to hear the story. The story is what got me, man. The story behind that is they started out 0 and 5. They started out 0 and 5, no wins, and ended up winning the D2 championship. That's dedication to hard work. 7 wins straight. So it certainly don't matter. And that's a testament to say it don't matter how you start, but how you finish. So we certainly recognize those guys for coming in and winning. And y'all know the game of the day, which it was a couple. You had the 11U game, which took place. And man, that was not just a barn burner, that was a brawl. It went all the way down to the last minutes, the last seconds of that game, and Westside Wildcats came away with the W and a very close, tight 6-zip victory. And Coach Kilo and his staff stood amongst them victorious, but it was a good game. It was overall a good game. Even the 14U division with the MOT Cowboys versus the Arlington Seminoles. That was a terrific game. I mean, and to see those big guys, I haven't seen a 14U game all year. Um, Been running around and didn't have the opportunity, but being able to see it then. But the shock and upset of the day was LSA Chargers laying 34 points on FLA head. Chargers came to play. And I mean, they put on a stellar effort on offense, a stellar effort on defense. The coaches did a magnificent job preparing the kids for that game. And primetime AJ had a spectacular game prior to him going down. But I'm telling you, I heard his teammates say, let's do this for AJ. And it was one of the most revering things to see when young people come together and play for their fallen teammate. And that was definitely special. But I'm telling y'all, this weekend was some ball being played. Williston Raiders, no, I'm sorry, not Williston Raiders, but Williston Raiders versus MOT, 12 unit Division 2. MOT came to play ball. I mean, it was they did their thing, and you can't tell Mr. Ivor Durham anything now because he's come to River City. got him three. 6U he won D1. 8U he got blasted by the mighty West Side Wildcats. And then 10U, Crumpy Crump put it on his head. He put it on his head. And I mean, it was just an overall great day, great weekend of football that no one can say they felt slanted because the games was played on the football field. Once we had to intervene, we intervened, but outside of that, the games were being played, and that's all we wanted. All we wanted to make sure that the kids ended, the coaches ended. They felt like it was fair play. As I always say, you can have 9 referees on the field. Somebody gonna miss a call, somebody gonna miss a play. But with the presence of the executive board being on the field, you try to make sure that all plays or the penalties or whatnot are not affecting the game in a sense where it's completely throwing the game in disarray. And that didn't happen. And I'm very pleased to even be able to report that we had such a great layout from performances from the coaches that the coaches was even being obedient to the rules that was given to them prior to the warnings that was given to them, and that was just something to be talked about. Now, what we got coming up? We do have our Pro Bowl, we have our Junior SB, we have our BTH All Stars. When the information come out, when the dates are set, that when we put out that you come get your kids signed up, we need it done ASAP. We need it done ASAP. However, I just I gotta make sure that each game get its just due. And when you look at the way that, for instance, I'll start again, just first overview. Now, just giving my assessment on each game from Sunday. The 12U game that took place between Williston and MOT. Needless to say, I was extremely shocked because I was expecting a better performance from Williston Raiders 12U, but MOT came out. Um, Passing the ball, running the ball, and everything that was displayed. It was well coached. Everybody was really in position to win the game. But again, I was expecting a different performance from who's always doing a thing in the Williston Raiders. Then we move on to the 14U. Allerton, oh my God, the running back, that this kid number 3 is an absolute beast coming out the backfield. And I mean, to see him, he struck out for a 70-yard touchdown, and then MOT moving the ball up and down the field. Initially, it wasn't with ease, but they put it together and came away with a fantastic victory. Then you come into that 11U game. They was trading interceptions. So you had Swampville picking the ball off. You had Westside picking the ball off. Then you'll have a big play. But it was defense, defense, defense that reigned throughout that game. And then in the fourth quarter, a minute and something on the clock, the quarterback throw this beautiful fade pass and the receiver go up and snatch it. Impressive. Impressive to say the least. I mean, and the way he caught the ball and me being in the back of the end zone and seeing how the young man laid out for the ball was nothing less than spectacular. And then the quarterback, he threw the ball while being pressured. I mean, Swanville defense was biting. They was into that, and that West Side Wildcats is no pushover. They're no pushover at all. So to see that game go down to the fourth quarter is a game that you paid to come see. Then you had the biggest upset of the day. Biggest upset of the day. It was 7-zip, then it was 14-zip on a pick six. I mean, to see a team completely transform and knock off the number one team in the fashion that they did it, and the MVPs being Mr. Luzzi, and also that man number 2 who is, I call him the Bionic Man, number 2 for LSA. This kid is a magician with the ball in his hand. He'll take a simple pop pass and for reverse field and take it for 80, 90 yards. Or on defense, he a ball hawk. And prior to prime time AJ being hurt, he was killing on defense and on offense. I mean, the kid is just special. But I can remember talking to his dad a couple years ago when he was playing for Forest U, and he was a talent to be had. I mean, so even now he's gonna bounce back and he gonna do his thing. We all are rooting for him to come back even stronger. But to be able to see that amount of talent on the field, I can tell y'all this: our future when it comes to high school looks very bright. It looks very bright. It looks very bright. You can do all the talking you want, but the game is played on the football field. You can do all the what you're gonna do and oh we this and we that, but the game is played on the football field, and I think everybody can attest to that. And the one thing we can also attest to is this: I actually had the opportunity to see how certainly fees, if certainly my brother, you got you one, and you know I know because I got me one. So you got you one, my brother, that can do it on both sides of the field. And the boy is talented, 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 talented. And to see him sprouting up and growing, yeah, he gonna get you in height and everything. You're gonna be looking up to him in a few years. But I'm telling you guys, you can prepare yourself in a way to think the game belongs to you. And once the kickoff, the game is in those kids' hands. I, I told the coaches plenty of times, all you do is call plays. They have to go out and execute it. And when they go execute it, oh man, it's a wrap. But to see the teams that were supposed to be there, it was something to be said. And that's what football is all about. That's what it's all about, performing on the field. And what we displayed this past weekend at Great Kip High School, which I'm so thankful for that relationship that was built a couple of years ago, and to see it grow to now is certainly something to be said. And hey, even on the other side of that ball, you had your players that won. Carson Scott, man, listen, man, that few coming in at quarterback, doing his thing throughout the season. So impressed me so much that just to see his maturity in the pocket and throwing the ball down the field, man, his dad would be so super proud of him. And I mean, I know he is. I mean, because to be able to see him, his comfort level is there, and just everything about it, just to see these kids mature in a position. And then that man, King took a pop pass, house, broke tackles, house. We got some special kids, man. I mean, but this kid, you got kids that you're gonna be hearing about for years to come. That's the beauty of it. It's not just right now, it's years to come. Guys, let me tell y'all something. When your kid get to high school, they should not look like they still playing park ball. I'm gonna take the opportunity to tell the parents this. If you don't invest in your kid, don't expect anything spectacular in high school. Don't blame it on the high school coaches. That's your job as a parent. Don't say, well, they not pushing my son. That's your job to push your son. Everything now has been put back in the playing field of the parent. They got these camps that you want to go to. Everybody be asking me about the camps. Listen, go take your kids to Under Armour Arrival Camp. If they don't get invited, sign them up for it and go take them to them. But prior to going, let me give you a little tips of the trade. Don't wear black to a camp. It makes you look smaller. Don't wear any dark colors. Wear white, wear gray. But the only way you can show off their size if you're actually doing the work. If you can't afford to go to the gym, the last I checked, calisthenics was free. Push-ups, sit-ups, dips. That's free. You can do that at the house. Wake up in the morning prior to school. Have your 5 a.m. workout. When they get back home, set up another workout. YouTube is crazy right now. They got everything on YouTube you want to do. Now, when I go to the gym at 5 a.m. in the morning, I I train in the kid. But don't ask me to pick them up and don't ask me to take them to school. You're going too far because I'm not charging nobody. But in the mornings when I go to the gym, and they got to be ready. They got to be ready. And even if it comes to the point of taking protein shakes, the protein shakes are is a supplement. And it's to get your body prepared for what it's about to intake in this gym, this work that's going to take place. If you're not putting in the physical work to make sure that your child is prepared for the next level, then don't get mad for the results. If you ain't putting in, don't expect to get nothing out. If you ain't putting nothing in the bank, don't go in the bank and say I ain't got no money. Well, you ain't depositing nothing. You have to prepare your kids for the future. Now, the one thing to get me, we show ourselves off on Facebook with everything else. Learn how to dedicate yourself to your kids. Everybody always asks me, man, what did you do with losing weight? Well, I just got to a point where if I'm taking my son to the gym and writing all this stuff up for him, I should be taking my own advice. And that's what I did. Thank God, 2 years now, still 100 and some pounds down. Don't want it back. So it can even help you in the process of getting your kids prepared. So all of our kids that's on that 12U level and that 14U level, it's time for school ball, not school ball and park ball, school ball. Now, where does it really count? High school. If, and this is not knocking no kid, if your kid get an offer in middle school, it's not to say that that coach is going to be there when your child get to that school, which means that offer don't count. It's good for the resume, but when it come time to commit, that offer ain't gonna count. So these are things that I really want everybody to know that's out there. It's a lot of mischievous things, it's a lot of mischievous people. But at the end of the day, there's enough talent coming out of River City youth football and cheer to say that we are safe for the next several years of football. But you must be sure to get your kids a workout regimen and stop saying, I don't know what to do. Now, for someone who's already been down those steps, I can tell you, but you got to be mindful. Everybody has their own journey. And I'm not saying that being, trying to be mean or anything like that, but my journey may not be yours. Your kid could be more talented. When it comes to mine, we got to work for it. Yeah, I know what my son possessed. I know what I had to put in him. I know what I had to bring out of him. But at the end of the day, it was work, 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 work. When everybody else was sitting home playing the game, mine was working. Y'all got to have that same mindset. If you go to the school and you blame the coach for not playing your child, that's your fault. That's your fault. Honestly. Don't take your kid where it's just popular to be. Take your kid where they're gonna get on the field. Take your kid where they're actually gonna be of help of the team. But with that same mindset, you gotta know where the coaches are coming and who they're looking for. So if you go to a school that is not highly recruited, that's when you got to do your job by taking your kids to different camps. When you take your kids to different camps and he start being noticed, now I got to be honest with you. If your child under 5 feet, less than 150, they ain't gonna look at it. Now you could take that 5 foot kid and make him look with all the muscles and everything. Now he look like candy. You gotta have some eye candy. If they're short, you gotta be running a 4.2, 4.3. You gotta be something spectacular for them to even pay any attention to you. Because you gotta keep this in mind, parents. These people are recruiting kids who's gonna keep them a job. Keep that in your mind now. So if they don't think your kid will keep them working, they're not going to offer your child. So all the 12s and all the 14-year-olds that we have, even the kids that's coming up, I seen coaches and parents yelling at 6Us and 8Us and 10Us. Hey man, ain't nobody getting signed out of park ball. That's the time when you should be having fun, enjoying the game. And when you enjoy the game, now you can reflect back and say to yourself, I have watched the process of my kid getting better and better and better and better. And at the end of the day, once you've done that, hey man, you've done everything you obligated to do. So you must make sure that your child is ready for this journey called work hard, work smart, and work when nobody else is working. You got to work when ain't nobody looking, because that's what's going to get you to the next level. And I think even in life in general, that gets us to a level of even promotions. It gets us to a level where, people from other companies, as I always state, hey man, you always being watched, you always being interviewed. So someone is always trying to see who's next and who's best for the position. Same thing with your kid. So prepare your kids, and I pray to God that the coaches that we have in River City, I know all of them recouping because they had a long season. Some of them are even now preparing for nationals, which is 2 weeks away. So there's a whole lot to be done even now. But man, I thank y'all. I'm telling y'all, wore out, tired, all that good stuff. Long day today. Um, Ready to go see my son. They got Penn State this week. Ready to enjoy that time with him. Being with other people, kids is cool. Being with your own is even better. And I can tell you right now, I'm excited to see mine. Because at the end of the day, people can tell you whatever they want to tell you, but your kids tell you how they really feel about you. And I'm just grateful and thankful for the opportunity. Sorry for the late podcast, but I am thinking about going on wherever I'm gonna be at, because I want more participation. All of my co-hosts, they probably knocked out sleep because they probably got to work tomorrow. I had to put in that vacay time so I could chill out and relax. But at the end of the day, man, I am so thankful for all your parents. I'm thankful for all your teen moms. I'm thankful for all the coaches. I'm thankful for the presidents, for everything, the parents, that everybody that makes up the whole thing that we call River City Youth Football and Cheer. But be prepared for the information that's coming out on the Pro Bowl. All of our kids, especially made it to the Super Bowl, would love to see you participate in it. And we just want to say again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, yeah, they sleep, bro. You know it, they sleep. But we gonna come back because we've been talking about AJ. Um, we've been talking about AJ since Sunday, man. And boy, you got you one. So I'm gonna have to do one with the crew, so we can do it, so we can trip out, so we can laugh, so we can enjoy it, and like everybody everybody like when we be on here clowning. And I like for it to be that PG clowning, so because we have kids that watch it as well. So I promise you this: we will definitely have uh, another podcast. Oh, when will the Heisman? So the Heisman will be announced next week. The Heisman top three. All the top three will be invited to the Junior SP Awards, and then we will announce the Heisman Trophy winner at the Junior SP Awards. So once the Heisman, all from each level will receive a Heisman, and the top three will be invited to the Junior ESPY. Because if you made it to the top three, I want you to see what your life gonna look like if you continue to take this thing called football seriously. And we're going to honor so many people and to be able to say thank you for your hard work, your dedication, because this is what it's all about. But again, just to be clear, there will be another podcast coming, and that podcast will be fun, it will be exciting, and it will be lit. And I'm gonna have some special guests on that podcast, so we're gonna make sure that it's gonna be lit. Until then, man, thank y'all for spending a little nightcap with me. And me just being able to talk about this podcast is dedicated to primetime AJ, that man, LSA Chargers, who went out balling. But I know he gonna come back and he gonna be a problem in high school. That boy gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a real problem. Like, Fees, if you still on here, there's only one school he gonna go to. He better not go to no Mander. He better not go to no Mander. Go on and put in the comments right now where he going. It better be Inchbond. He better not go to no Mander. He ain't got no business with no green and orange on. You know what time it is. Itchy-bond. That's the only school. That's the type of talent he got. He supposed to be put on a big stage as a ninth grader on the field. Same thing I told Erica Scott. Got my nephew at real side. She tripping. I don't want to make this. I don't listen. I don't want to make this out of me telling y'all where to take your kids, but I will. I certainly will. I want all of them to go to Rays. I'm just like, hey man, this is what it's about. Fun, excitement, seeing these kids grow and enjoying. But we got a special podcast coming up, and that next one's still gonna be dedicated to primetime AJ, because we want to make sure he know we love him on and off the field, no matter what. I don't care what it is, man. At the end of the day, we here for these babies. We love them, and we always want them to succeed. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. That special podcast is coming. Y'all be easy. Have a great